Hey guys, sorry I couldn't be there today. But today is just going to be a review for you on this TRIG star. So I handed this out on Wednesday, so most of you guys have it. Basically, all of this is just kind of solving triangles. Some of them are right triangles. So you're going to be using a SOHCAHTOA, which hopefully is not new information. Okay, it's not. You're going to be using law of sines and law of cosines. And then I think there are a few area formulas through the packet. So this is all stuff from 4.7 for most of it, and then obviously SOHCAHTOA is your other stuff. Pythagorean's theorem is in there. Yeah. So let's get started. The key piece on this, and this is what I really wanted to go over with you guys, is this little piece that's in a square right here. It says, for distance, round to the nearest hundredth. And for angles, we need to use degrees, minutes, and seconds. Okay, so I'm going to kind of go over and just simply review how to input degrees, minutes, and seconds and all that stuff. Okay, so we'll just do this first example together to kind of show you what I mean. So they give you this first length of A to C is 415.23. And then they say A to C is 512.09. Okay, so they first ask us to find angle ACB, which is this angle right there. Okay, so since this is a right triangle, I can use my SOHCAHTOA and just do, we have the adjacent and hypotenuse sides. Okay, so make sure that you are showing your work on this worksheet. If you give me answers, I'm just going to assume you just wrote them down off the back because the back page has the answers on them. So show your work. Okay, so this is going to be a cosine. So we got cosine of the angle is equal to the adjacent over the hypotenuse. Okay, so first thing we want to do when we grab our calculator is check our mode. Okay, obviously we should be in degree mode. Okay, so I'm going to check my mode, make sure I'm in degrees, and I am. Oh, don't think I need two calculators. Okay, so to solve for this angle, I'm going to simply do the inverse cosine of 415 over the 512. Okay, so this should be very easy, nothing fancy here. We'll get our angle here in degrees, and the answer is going to be 35.82. Okay, but that is a degree measure. We want it into degrees, minutes, and seconds. Okay, so on the calculator, it all converts it for you. You don't have to do it. So if you hit second angle, you can go down to number 4, and it will convert it to degrees, minutes, and seconds for you. Okay, so I can now take that and write this down as 35 degrees. Cannot remember that. 49 minutes. Okay, and then it says seconds to the nearest second. Okay, so we're just going to do 14 seconds. Okay, so that's all you have to do. So I want to also show you how to type this into the calculator, assuming that you would need an angle or were given an angle and had to type that in. So let's say we were going to find the distance of AB. Now, I do realize that we should probably just do 415.23 squared plus x squared equals 512 squared. But let's say that we were going to use this angle and find it. Let's pretend for a second we didn't know the hypotenuse, and let's say we just had this adjacent. Okay, so let's do the tangent of our angle that we just found, 35 degrees, 49 minutes, 14 seconds. Okay, so this is going to help you for typing in later on okay, is going to give me x over 415.23. Okay, now when they score this test for you on Monday, it's going to be about answering questions exactly. Okay, so if you ever get to a spot where you're answering something and you had to round, like I technically had a round for this, okay, then you're getting further away from the truth. You always want to use stuff that is exact. So in the calculator, you want to use like answers from before. So if I can just go up and steal this answer. So I can just do, like if I was solving this equation, I'm just going to solve and go 415.23 times the tangent of that. Okay, so save yourself time and use the calculators already written in answers to get exact values. Okay, so now this would be considered exact. So we have 299.70. Now it says round distances to 100. That's 2 decimal places. Okay, so you're going to want to write 2 decimal places for every distance length. Okay, so that's the way you want to write that. Now, if I didn't have that answer in there, I want to show you how to type in degrees, minutes, and seconds. Okay, so let's say we're going to type that in the same way times the tangent, okay, of 35 degrees. So to do degrees, we hit second, angle, and the very first option is degrees. Okay, so there's our degrees. Now we have to do 49 minutes. Second, angle. Number 2 is minutes. And seconds is way over on, not even in the same spot. Do you see it right here? It's the plus key, but it's the alpha. So you have to hit alpha seconds to do that. Okay, so that is how you're going to use your calculator to use exact values, which is going to earn you more points. Okay, notice that this is a little bit of a different answer. Okay, but when we round it, it's still going to be 0.70. Okay, so be really careful, of course, which one of these would be exactly correct. This one up here, 7.700, because we use the exact answer from before. This one is using a rounded answer, which is slightly off. Okay, so be really careful about using exact values every time you type into the calculator. Try not to use anything that's been rounded. Okay, so your assignment is to finish this worksheet, and it will be due on Monday when you come to class. Okay, on Monday we'll have enough time to go over a few questions. So if you have a question or two to go over, then we can do it. And then the trickster guy will come in, I think it's at 10:15, so we'll have maybe 15 minutes-ish to go over questions, and then it'll be time for, actually it'll be less than 15 minutes. Yeah, so we won't have very much time, so we will go over a couple if you have any. So yeah, we'll see you on Monday.